Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Homestead. Let me lower you guys. So today we're going to make a Sloppy Joe casserole with Carb Quick, which is very similar to Bisquick, only it is 90% less carbs. So the recipe I'm going to use is the cheddar cheese biscuits right here. And so if you want to use Bisquick, just follow the recipe for Bisquick biscuits. So, but this is cool. You can use it just like Bisquick, only 90% less carbs. You can make pancakes, everything with it. Cake, scones, biscuits, just like Bisquick. So, I'm going to set it over here for now so we have some room. We've got some ground beef. Let's start it's going to be touchy. I just cleaned the stove. Hold on. See if I can find my clicky lighter. My husband always takes it. There we go. I think it was because the top thing wasn't on all the way. Okay, let's add some pepper. Some salt. I got my masher thing. Now we're gonna make our own sauce. So we're gonna add a little, let's see, some smoked paprika. Ooh, maybe not that much. It is gonna be Sloppy Joe's. Okay, we got salt and pepper. Oh, almost forgot the garlic. Oh, it's all behind me. That's right. I was working on refilling all my spices. Some garlic powder. Some of the dehydrated minced garlic because I love this stuff. Okay, we're gonna slice an onion, but I'll still put a little onion powder. Another thing, so I saw a recipe. Let me find what I'm looking for real quick. Some dry mustard. I saw a recipe on Pinterest for Sloppy Joe that had Bisquick. And I thought, well, I've got that Carb Quick. So let's make one that's low carb. And honestly, I've been wanting to try something new. Because when you're on low carb, sometimes it gets monotonous. Okay, let's cut an onion. Actually, maybe just half because it's a pretty big onion. Well, maybe a whole one. This is a little bit over a pound of meat. So I think we could go with a whole onion. This is a big onion, but let's get her peeled. So I haven't made a video in like 9 days because I have been busy listing stuff on Pinterest or Poshmark, and I have been selling stuff. If you guys missed that video, I made a video of how to declutter and make some money. So that's quite a bit of onion. I might I like to mix it around the spices when I'm chopping it up too. Make sure it all gets spicy. Okay, let's put this onion. That's half an onion, so I think that's all I'm going to do. It's quite a bit. I don't want it to be overpowering, whoops, with onion. we'll put this one in a bag. So you guys, I have like, I don't know, 7 totes full of clothes that are all, some new, most like, I'd say half new with tags and half like really good condition. So I decided that I was gonna list them on Pinterest, or why do I keep saying Pinterest? I decided I was gonna list them on Poshmark. Now I'm not working. I need to make a little extra money. My husband's paying for everything. Let's give that to the chickens. So I have been selling stuff. I've been selling and listing stuff. And I've been trying to list every day. Sorry if Fancy barks. She's getting a little bit senile in her old age. And we lost one of our dogs. Our old man. He passed away about 5 days ago. He was 17. He was a Lhasa Apso. We miss him, but it was time for sure. He just was getting bad. He was real senile. He had doggy dementia real bad, and he was getting to where he couldn't get up and walk and stuff. Okay, we're gonna throw a bell pepper in. And I thought a good way to sneak in another veg, I'm gonna chop up a zucchini. I was gonna make zucchini on the side and just saute them in butter. And then I thought, you know what, I'll just chop a zucchini in it. You'll never even know it's there. Okay, I think it's chopped up good. So, the Man-Wich Sloppy Joe that comes in a can, that's what my mom always bought and used. That stuff is a little bit sweet, so I may have to add a tiny sweetener. I'm not sure. Let's give these little pieces to the chickens. I always cut the ends off for them. Got a little stack there. Anyways, just gonna chop little tiny chops just to add another veggie to our, this one I might do in thirds because it's bigger. What is that? Piece of bell pepper. Oh, I just realized you guys can't see me chopping all this time. I'm sorry, you guys. Sometimes I get recording and I don't look at the screen. Well, I chopped half an onion, 1 bell pepper, and 1 zucchini now. I'm going to add them all to the meat. And now we can get rid of that cutting board and get you guys up in here. Okay, chickens. This needs to go in my little bag. Let me get a bowl for the chickens. They love red bell peppers. They like red. You know, they see you with red, they're hoping it's tomatoes. But they'll eat the bell pepper too. Okay. Now I'm going to follow the recipe on the Carb Quick. So we're going to need a couple things. So for this, we're going to need heavy cream and some cold butter. We're going to keep sauteing this until the meat's brown and the veggies are cooked. I mean, I guess they don't have to be perfectly cooked. No, they don't have to be perfectly cooked. Now for the sauce, I'm using tomato paste. You can use tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, whatever you want. Let me get this pan out of here. I have nowhere to store this big beast. Oh, it's so heavy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the oven. And let's get this stuff going. So it says we're going to need 2 cups of this Carb Quick. Let's move this. These I need to put in my bag for when I make chicken stock. Okay, let me get a measuring cup. Watch out, kids. So this recipe is for cheddar cheese biscuits. I'm just gonna add some cheese to it, yes. But we're gonna use it for the crust for this Sloppy Joe casserole. Okay. Let's see how our meat's doing. Try not to fling it everywhere. Oh, by the way, everything's going to cook in this cast iron skillet here. So start to finish in your cast iron skillet, or whatever skillet you want. I'm hoping I don't need to double the recipe. One of the dogs will eat that. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, how much cheese? Half a cup, and a pinch of garlic powder and a pinch of salt. Okay, let's get the salt. So I want to add a little more salt to our meat. So a pinch of salt, pinch of salt. At this point, the meat's done. I'm just cooking the veggies, really. And they're going to cook all in the oven anyway, so we probably could turn it off. Okay. So let's add, it says to, oh no, do the butter first, then the cheddar cheese. But it does say to add a pinch of garlic. There we go. And you know what would be pretty in it would be parsley too. Make it look like garlic cheddar biscuits with parsley in them. I've got my half of my herbs over on the table so I can refill them and order what I'm running out of. So I'm going to end up adding a little water to this sauce. So I might want to do that real quick first, then continue with this. So first, let me open the tomato paste. You could also use tomato powder for this if you only have tomato powder, or if you only have real tomatoes. You can use some chopped up tomatoes. Like I said, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce. Anything to make you a sauce like for the Sloppy Joe part. Okay, now I am just making this up. This is no recipe. I did see a recipe on Pinterest that added similar things, so we're gonna go from there. Okay, some Worcestershire. It called for some apple cider vinegar. Couldn't find my brag, so give it a good tablespoon or so. Now obviously, because tomato paste is so thick, we're going to have to add a little water. But first, let's get mixing. Smelling vinegary. And that the recipe I saw also called for a little bit of ground dried mustard. Okay, let's get some water. So that was the only thing I really saw a recipe. Like, I could link that one if I can go back and find it, because I don't know if I saved it. What, Vince? Okay. I think I'll start with a cup of water and go from there. You know, when you make cooking as long as me, you just make stuff up, okay? You just make up recipes. We don't want it too watery. And we also want it to taste like a sloppy joe. And I know that the manwich stuff is sweet, so we may have to add a sweetener. If you're using the Bisquick and making it, you could add a little sugar. But I know the Worcestershire is a little sweet too, so we're gonna have to give it a taste test. To me, it smells vinegary, and I don't like that. And I barely put any in. Okay, a little more water. Like I said, about a cup seems right. Woo! The vinegar. That is some strong vinegar. All right. Let's get it all mixed in, and we'll have to give it a taste. Okay. So since the day after Christmas, I've been doing low carb, and I've lost like 23 pounds since then. Just a month. What has it been? A little over a month. So I want to be good, but sometimes you want those comfort foods like the bread and the pasta and stuff. So okay, it does taste a little sweet. You know what it might need is like a little bit of ketchup. I think that would give it okay, sorry about that. Dogs were going crazy. My husband just got home and they're excited. All right, I'm gonna turn the flame off. I've tasted it and it's really good. It tastes very similar. Not exactly like the canned stuff, but it's good. Okay, so we need, let's tip you guys down. We need 4 ounces of butter, which is half a stick. No, I don't have a pastry blender. We're gonna mix it up the best we can. We need something choppy like. Should have put it in the food processor. I don't know, when I'm making scones, I just get my fingers in there. Like that. You just want to blend the butter in a little bit. Okay, the oven is on. Okay. Just until it's like wet sand. Well, not totally wet sand, but just crumbly like that. Now this feels like regular flour, a little thicker maybe. We shall see. Okay. All right, let me wash my hands. I don't like stuff getting under my nails. Okay. I had to bust out the nail brush. Okay, so our sauce is pretty much done. I want to add more cheese, but let's focus on this real quick. So it says after that to add half a cup of cheese. This is a 1 cup. That's probably about half a cup. Maybe a tiny pinch more. Okay, this is some sharp cheddar. Let me get rid of that. And I'm gonna put some cheese in here too. Now I know original sloppy joes don't have cheese. Some people put cheese, I think. My mom never did. And we were happy to have sloppy joes, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm using cheddar and some Colby Jack. All right, now we need 1/4 cup this heavy cream. Let me get a spoon. Okay, hopefully you guys can see good. All right. Got some heavy cream, 1/4 cup. Yes, it went over a tiny bit, it don't matter. Quarter cup of water. One good thing, it doesn't call for eggs, which is good because our chickens, we're getting like 1 egg a day. Sometimes even that. And it hasn't been that cold. Today it was nice today. A beautiful day. They're like, yeah, we don't care. All right, it seems a little dry still. Maybe a little more cream. This cream's real thick. We'll give it a tiny bit more. We don't want no dry, horrible biscuit crust. It's looking a little better. I still think it's too dry, honestly. Oh my gosh, it's on my fingers. Jeez, what a mess. This is why I'm a mess maker. Look at my countertop already. Okay. That seems a little better. It's a little gluten-y feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We're just gonna plop it on and hope it spoons out. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. Like, that's not gonna spoon out. Okay. Well, I guess we just put it over the top and let it bake. I'm gonna mush it down. I didn't expect it to be this thick. It's okay, it'll bake up. I'll just kind of drop it on there like biscuits. And I am positive it'll bake. Kind of just cover it. Okay, good enough. Yeah. Okay. Wash my hands again. So we're getting 2 veggies in there, bell pepper and, well, the onion too, and zucchini. All right, we've got the oven at 350. Let's put it in. See how it bakes. I'm gonna give it like maybe 20 minutes and check it. I'm assuming it'll take about 30. Let's give it 25. We'll use that timer. Okay, 25 minutes. I'm gonna put this mess away and then we will be back. All right, friends, we're back. So the timer went off. The timer went off. It's pretty much done. But real quick, I'm gonna make dessert. So my dessert is going to be one of these keto yogurts called Ratio. They're called Keto Ratio. Only 1 gram of sugar, 3 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. So they're really high in protein. They do have a little liquid, but they're real thick. But I always just dump the liquid out. To this, I'm going to add, I don't have any fresh berries right now, so I'm going to use the Thrive berries, the Thrive Life berries. They are freeze-dried fruit. And as long as they're sealed, they're good for 25-year shelf life. We've got raspberries, strawberries, and the blueberries. I'm going to make some scones out of that mix. So I think, is this yogurt strawberry flavor? I think I'll add some raspberries to it. If I can get it open. And the yogurt's gonna soften them. Ooh, they smell good. I'm just gonna put a few. How many carbs are in them? So a half a cup is 8 carbs. We didn't put a half a cup, maybe a quarter. So about 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them in so they start to rehydrate. Then we're ready to eat it. When we're ready to eat it, we'll just add a tiny bit of whipped topping, and that is 2 tablespoons, 1 gram of carb. So it's very low. Alright, we're just gonna let it sit while we eat dinner, and that'll be our dessert. What's awesome about the Thrive fruit is you could put it in a little bit of water to rehydrate it. You could just add it to your baked goods or pancakes or muffins. But like I said, it's shelf stable. So I will leave my link in down below if you guys want to purchase Thrive. Okay, let's let this sit. And let's see how the dinner came out. Got my Valentine's hot pads from the Dollar Tree, but they're super cute. Okay, see, it spread out perfectly. Oh, it looks delicious. Feels like a biscuit. Let's just leave that there so that I don't forget and touch it and burn myself. I've done it. Okay, let's lift you guys up a little. Do you see it? Oh my gosh. Does that look yummy? Okay, let's get a bowl. I am so excited about it. Need to grab some water. I'm trying to get in as much water as possible because I don't always drink enough. Alright, this sucker is piping hot. Let's see how the biscuit looks. Oh, nice and flaky. You know what? It reminds me exactly of Bisquick. Oh, that pan is hot. My finger touched it. Okay, let's get some of that meat on top. I'm going to try to get where there's no biscuit so I can show you guys the meat. Look at that. And I should have took a picture before I started chopping into it. Anyways, look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh, it smells good. It almost smells like a tamale pie with the cornbread. I'm gonna add a little more cheese to the top because I gotta be extra. Let's get a spoon and let's give it a try. It looks amazing. I'm so excited. I hope it tastes good. Let's get this cheese to melt for a minute. Hopefully you guys can see. Alright, we're gonna have to try it. Let's find a spot that has the biscuit. Okay. Now I know it's gonna be hot as Hades. Look at that. I'll give it a second. I don't want to burn my... Oh man. Guys. That is so good. It tastes just like a Bisquick crust. Game changer, because I love biscuits and Bisquick kind of stuff. So I don't like the almond flour stuff. Like, it's just gritty. I even buy the super fine one. And I'm just not a huge fan of the almond and coconut flour, especially the sweets. Oh, you guys, that is so good. That is amazing. That's gonna go on our, definitely have to go on our rotations. I think even my husband's gonna like this one. Oh my gosh, it tastes like the tamale pie that you make with the Bisquick. And it does taste kind of Sloppy Joe-ish too. That is so good. Okay, for our dessert, we're just gonna add a tiny bit of that, and that's it. There we have it. We got 2 veggies in our meal. It's super low carb. We've got some fruit and some yogurt for protein. So we got the ground beef and that for protein. I don't know how much protein's in the Carb Quick. I didn't check, but I'm trying to get all my protein in. And water. That's been tough getting all the water in. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. I do have a canning video coming up. We're gonna can some orange marmalade because I got a bunch of oranges that I need to use up, and I'm just gonna make it for the family and my husband or whoever wants it. I'm gonna try to stay away from it. I might try a little tiny bit, but you know it's got sugar, so I wish I could figure out how to make canned jams that are, you know, processed canned in the canner. Well, we're gonna water bath, but I don't know how to make those like a sugar-free, keto, or even sugar-free. So I buy the Smucker's sugar-free. The strawberry is the best, but it doesn't have like pieces of fruit. It's like mostly like jelly. So I wish I could make it from home. I've even looked on Pinterest for recipes and have not found any that are sugar-free that are canned. I have found some that they made on the stove, but nothing that was canned. So if anyone has one, shoot it my way. All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.